Carl and Brendan here from Games, Brains and a Head-Banging Life, gbhblofficial for short, and it is reaction battle time. It's my turn, and I have chosen basically one of my favorite songs ever these days, and I mean ever, and a song on an album / EP that I go to when I need a pick-me-up. I am talking about Grimgotts, the British power metal band. Grimgotts are I now cite them as one of my top 3 favorite power metal bands in the entire world. They've surpassed some legendary bands because Grimgotts do incredible fucking music, power metal that puts the biggest fucking smile on my face. And they released 3 EPs, Tales, Sagas, and Legends, last year. And then they combined those 3 EPs at the beginning of this year into one complete album, threw in a couple of extra tracks. So it was like 15 tracks long. And that is the album Tales, Sagas, and Legends. Do go check it out. They really deserve it. They're a band I'm just dying to see fucking live. And they're from this country. They're small, local. They deserve so much attention. And this is basically one of my favorite songs off the album. Grimgotts, Brendan, familiar?
Not massively. I think I know the band. I don't know the song. I don't know if I definitely know the band. So... But I like power metal. So
I feel like this is
be easy.
Yeah, I feel like this is an assured one because this is such an amazing song. But you never know. You may not like the vocals. You may not like the tune. Who knows? Let's do this in 3, 2, 1, go.
Love it.
Everyone for the chorus. It's gone before. Power metal after all. Man, don't you just want to be in a crowd singing that chorus along?
You'll be listening to Ailstorm next, mate. Yeah, like it's not actually as straightforward as I thought it was going to be after about 30 seconds or not, because I really enjoyed the intro, and it made me feel like something huge was coming, and what came was really good, but it wasn't anywhere near as epic as I was kind of hoping. And the main reason was because I actually felt at points in the song, like when they transitioned from one sort of thing to the next, that it was quite odd sometimes. Like, you know, it wasn't like a smooth sort of going from the kind of rumbly, kind of quick drums riff suddenly into the chorus. It was almost like a sort of stop, and then do that bit, and then stop and do this bit. And then, so I enjoyed all of it as individual elements, but I thought the solo was good. I didn't care an awful lot for the lyrics, but I'm not sure that's always that big a deal on the power metal sort of thing, you know, trying to be catchy and, you know,
fight dragons and shit.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's not about, I don't know, it's not necessarily about making you sort of sit down and have deep thoughts. You know? So, yeah, I suppose I was like 15 seconds into it and I was like, yeah, this is awesome. And then bit by bit as it went on, I was kind of coming in and out. I was going, oh, that's not actually doing much for me, that bit. And then it was coming back in with a bit, and I was like, oh, like the chorus and the verse I wasn't too sure about, and then the solo was good in the second phase of it, but I didn't find the first phase of it when it was a bit lower actually that interesting. And I was like, so I like it enough that I'd happily listen to it again, so it is a win. But
is it?
It's just because it's just an odd one, because I'd happily listen to it again, don't get me wrong. I think maybe, you know, with a proper pair of headphones on, maybe I'd enjoy it more. But yeah, it was like you said, in theory it should be a given, and it was like 15 seconds in I was like, well, this is no problem, you know, I absolutely got this. And then as it was going on I was like, oh, I'm not sure, but then there was always enough that made me stay interested. There's always another bit that brought me back to it, you know. So yeah, by a whisker, but yeah, I think you can have that one.
Yeah, it's a funny one because normally when, like, you know, my nomination is taking some criticism from you, it doesn't really, obviously it doesn't bother me. Of course it doesn't, you know, because it's your opinion and stuff like that. This one bothers me. Actually, I'm like, I feel it there. I'm like, all I'm thinking in my head is, I don't want to be that guy, but I'm like, well, he's wrong. He's wrong. Why are you listening to him? He's wrong.
You can't be right or wrong, can you? That's the problem with opinions.
Well, of course you, like, of course. I hear that all the time. The whole
opinion. You can be factually incorrect.
You can have a bad opinion.
If you can have a bad opinion, but it can't be your own wrong opinion.
No. Of course. But yeah, of course. I guess then the better timing is. Just like I said, that's what's going on in my head, and I'm like, I totally I respect your taste and your views and your reviewer head. Of course, but like, you know, when you just like love something so much, you're like, what, you know, that sort of situation. I think it's fascinating because it's just one of those where it's like, I'll be honest, I expected you to be like, I fucking love that. That's amazing. I'm going to download the whole album right now. So I think
you probably would have made it easier for me to like it, maybe if you hadn't built it up quite so big at the beginning. Like, oh my god, this is going to be the most epic thing you've ever heard in your life.
Yeah, but we do that.
Like, okay, is it gonna be? And then I was like, I'm expecting imagination from the other side or something, you know?
Yeah, but we do that, don't we? When you're excited about a song or an album, and then like you get that horrible part where the person you're playing it to just kind of goes, "Yeah, it's all right," and you're like, "Is that it?"
I don't dislike it. I don't dislike it, and that's the thing. And it's a style of music that I like enough that I would happily. I mean, I haven't heard of the album, the 3 EPs combined together. You know, and I heard enough of that I would happily listen to that and will listen to it. And I've got a feeling that maybe, you know, with this work kind of laptop headset, that maybe I'm missing something. Okay. You know what I mean? Like the trend, like, you know, the feel of it, or I don't know, something like that. So I wouldn't be too dejected on it. I'm not going to go out there championing the destruction of Grimgotts. Burn this band to the ground. They're terrible. You know, I liked it. I just didn't get quite the same sense of epic that you were sort of suggesting there was. You know. Good.
There we go. So what do you think? What do you think, people? Who do you agree with? Do you agree with Brendan's view, or do you agree with me? Let us know in the comments. Thank you very much for watching. You can check us out on gbhbl.com as well as on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and Tumblr. Go to Patreon to help us out over there. That's patreon.com/gbhbl, as well as Big Cartel, where you can find some of our merchandise. We have a podcast running on SoundCloud and Apple Podcasts. And of course, if you like this video, do us a favour, hit the subscribe button and help the channel grow. Games, horror and heavy metal. What else is life for?